Hi folks, I'm Chief Kirk. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a remake of a video that I did the other day. And I spent probably 20-30 minutes out here doing the recording, and come to find it out, the camera wasn't working. It wasn't turned on. So I'm going to redo it. And today's a beautiful evening, just a little bit windy, but it's still good. Now, what I want to do this about is this little stove right here. I hope you can see that okay. It's a UST folding stove with fuel, camp kitchen on the bottom, and this came from Walmart, and I gave, I'm pretty sure, less than $5 for this. Now, this thing comes with, and here's what the stove looks like. And I've used this in one of my previous videos. It comes with little fuel squares, and man, these things work like a charm. I had some water boiling real quick with these things in that last video. But what I didn't tell you at the time was that if you don't have any of those little fuel things, you can use sticks for this. It makes a good stove. Now you got to be careful. As you can see, there's nothing in the bottom to keep ashes and fire from falling through, so you got to be careful where you use this. You wouldn't want to do this in leaves or anything, or you get a fire started real easy. But as long as you've got a good clean place where you're not going to catch nothing on fire, this will work like a champ, and I'm fixing to demonstrate that. Now, it's been raining here pretty bad, so the sticks that I have are kind of damp, but there's one other thing I wanted to show you. Actually, there's a couple of things that I wanted to show you during this video. Here's another one. Now, I'm using this little cup. Well, it's not a little cup, it's a pretty good sized cup. And I got this thing also at Walmart. And right off, I don't remember the brand on it. Might have been Ozark Trail. I don't remember for sure. But here's a trick that I learned from the Boy Scouts back many, many years ago. And it's this. Now, I see a lot of guys using these all the time in their videos, and they use them over their campfires and so forth. And the smoke and stuff just turns these black as it can be. Now, I also learned that when you go to wash them, they are extremely hard, if not impossible, to get that black from the smoke and flames off of them. Now, that's proven because you'll see when these guys do their videos and they use these things, they're already black before they get started. So, here's a trick. You can take a bar of soap, and I don't guess it matters what kind of soap it is. This is just a little bitty chunk off of like a motel soap that they give you. If you take this soap and you rub it all over, just like that, and you can see this looks kind of white from where I've soaped it up good. When you get ready to wash it, most all, if not all, of that black will come off of this. Now, the other day when I did this video and discovered that my camera wasn't working, I did the same thing. I blacked it up real good, and when I went in to wash it, every bit of it come off. Most of it was just a rag. Some of it, I had to use a little scouring pad, and it just came right off. Well, as you can see, there's no black on here, but it was. So now I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reposition the camera so you can see better. Okay, let's try it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with some really small sticks, and like I said, these are damp, so I'm hoping they work okay. And also what I'm going to use is a couple of cotton balls with a little bit of Vaseline on them. That's my favorite fire starting tool right there. And I'm going to, and it's lit that quick. Now I'm going to put some sticks on here and hope that they catch. I guess I'll find out here in just a minute. These are damp because they're kind of rubbery, and I sincerely hope that I'll be able to get enough flame and dry them out enough to where that'll start. Actually, it would have been better if I'd have had some smaller toothpick size sticks to start with. That would have been a big help. Add a little oxygen to it, get it just a little bit hotter. Hopefully that'll work. Now what I'm going to do, and as I showed you in the previous video, this little stove will fold up for whatever size cup that you want. If you got like a frying pan or something, it'll fit right on here just like this, no problem. But if you have something smaller, now this won't fit on there. It won't. Now I can push it in and that'll fit, and that works great. But what I'm going to do, put a little water in there. This video is not about boiling water, so I'm just putting some in. Now, like I said, this won't set on there. So what I'm going to do, and there's several things that you can do right here. One of them is these tent stakes that I picked up also at Walmart, and they work great. You could lay them on here and then set your cup or whatever it is that you want on top of them, and that works fantastic. I also have these little pieces of metal that actually were cut from one of those things that you put over your tomatoes. That's what this is. You can also take a metal coat hanger and cut out some pieces the size you need, and that works just fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these over here like this, and also before that gets hot, unless you want these black, I highly recommend you do them also with the soap. Otherwise, and I did this last time, I forgot to do this on my steaks, and I used these pretty tent stakes right here. They're all shiny, and they were black, and they were hard to get clean because I forgot to soap them. So I'm going to put this on here like this, and I put my water on. The beauty of using the sticks with this wood is you can add some to it from the sides if you need to, or you can pick your cup back up and do it. These sticks were a bit damp, so I am having to blow a little oxygen into it to get it working good. Yeah. Now that's working pretty good. This would have worked a whole lot better if these sticks weren't damp. Like I said, it rained really hard here yesterday, and I picked these up off the ground, so they're not real dry, but that's okay. I'll add a little bit to the fire here. But anyhow, what I wanted to show you was these three different things. If you soap up your cup, it'll still get black, but it'll come off. Plus, if you use these little tent stakes or pieces of wire, it works really good about keeping it up off the flames. And I wanted to show you that this stove works good with wood, especially if it's dry. So anyhow, thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate your tolerance for this little experiment and these little tips. So till I see you next time, God bless you. Tell somebody you love them, because tomorrow they may not be here. Thank you. God bless you. As you can see, we got a good fire going now, and I throwed a little fat wood in there to kind of get it going good, since my wood was a little damp. And as you can see, it is it's blackening that cup really well. So we'll let that burn for a few minutes, and then we'll take it off and see if I can get it cleaned. But anyhow, as you can see, these little pieces of wire work really good on this stove, and this stove is cranking, so you can see that it's a good little stove. Even if you don't have the little fuel cubes, it still will work just fine with wood. Now, as I previously stated, if you have dry wood, that helps a whole lot. And if you don't have dry wood, if you've got some good old fat wood, you can get it cooking. So anyhow, once again, thank you for staying with me, and I might ought to add even the handles on this. If you don't put the soap on them, the handles will black up and be hard to get clean too. So thank you for staying with me. Tell somebody you love them, because tomorrow may be too late. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Okay folks, here's a little add-on to what I was doing. I wanted to show you this cup, what it looked like after I got done. You can see it's just as black as it can be all the way around. Now I'm going to try to wash this thing up, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay folks, here we are at the end of this video, and I'm showing you this cup that was solid black a few minutes ago, and now it's just as shiny as when I started to use it. And also the steaks, I didn't do a real good job of coating those because that was a last minute thing, but they came clean too. And I also wanted to remind you, because I don't think I said it in the beginning, that a bar of soap works really good, but if you don't have a bar of soap, you can use a dishwashing liquid like Dawn. Just put it on there and let it dry before you take them out, and it should do the same thing. So anyhow, thank you for watching.